Hey guys, Coach Bricks here. I hope you are fantastic. I was reading some statistics, and in 2013 it says 70% of Americans are on some type of prescription drug. 25% of those are children. Now, when we think about prescription drugs, we think, oh man, that's the cure for whatever ailment I have. The problem is a prescription drug really doesn't cure anything. All it does is mask certain things, okay, certain problems that you have. So if I have so-called high cholesterol, which that's a whole other topic I have to discuss, because high cholesterol is not causing heart disease, okay, like everybody says. But if I'm on some type of, high cholesterol pain medication or, prescription drug to bring it down, I'm really not doing anything except creating more problems for myself. Off of each prescription drug, we have about on average, 70 side effects that are caused from the prescription drug. Why? The human body was made perfect by God. Okay? Jesus lives inside of you. That's who heals you. So when you put some artificial in, okay, to so-called fix you, you're actually doing damage. Now people will say, well, man, this thing has definitely saved me. This has done this, this has done that. Maybe it's masked the problem, but it hasn't fixed the problem. And that's where you have to get to the root cause. And I talk about this with all my people that I deal with, whether they have an injury to their shoulder, their knees, whatever. A lot of people are told, hey, my knee hurts. They go and they get tendonitis, you know what I mean, as what the doctor says it is. And it's really not tendonitis. It doesn't even come from that joint that's causing it. It's something else. So you have to figure out and dive deep into it. But when I take a prescription drug, it's masking the problem. So it's just masking what is going on. And if I don't ever get to the root cause, I'll never solve my issues. So my advice to people out there, if you're on prescriptions, there's ways to start to get off of them. And you have to start thinking differently. And I want this is one of my goals in life as I get older and stuff, to transform and get people to understand that you can live a great life, okay, phenomenal life, 80, 90, 100 years old. You don't have to be all chronically diseased, sick as they tell you, and then be on all this pain medication or all these other prescription drugs to make you feel better. I don't want that. I want you feeling better, and that's why you got to reach out so we can discuss how we can do this. Yes, do I deal with a lot of athletes who have knee pains, ankle pains, hip pains, shoulder pains? Yes, do tons of that, and I think that's important that we get rid of that, because a lot of people go on to take certain drugs to eliminate that pain, but it doesn't solve the problem. We have to get to the root cause. What is causing your issue? It's just like cancer. What causes cancer? This is a man-made thing that we created, that we caused ourselves because of the stuff that we eat, the environment, of all the stuff that they're spraying in the air, the things that they spray on our food. All these things are causing these issues. And that's what I want people to understand. How can we stop this? How can we reverse the trend? How can we get people who are in their 80s and 90s living great, exuberant lives? You see it some people. Why isn't it for everybody? And I understand everybody's different, but it doesn't mean that you can't live there. I want to push this agenda because I think it's very, very important that we can live an incredible life. Okay? Like I tell people all the time, I'm 48 years old. I feel better now than I did when I was 41, 42. I could lift a house back then. It felt like strong as an ox, but my body failed me. It started breaking down. Everything started to break down. And the three phases that you have to have are the spiritual, the mental, and the physical. You put those three together, you can heal. It's not easy, but you can heal. And you don't need pain medication. You don't need prescription drugs. I'm not on any of that stuff. I don't do any of that. Never have, never will. Okay, my goal is to live the greatest life possible that God intended for me, living it naturally. So, if you're looking for that, that's what you got to do. You got to reach out. Let's start getting you on the right path to living a better life, living a healthier life. Let's get 70% of Americans who are on prescriptions, let's start dropping that down. Let's get that down to half. Let's do that in the next 10, 15 years so we can start living a better life. And let's not get these kids on these prescription drugs. This is ridiculous. The kids are on, all this medication for so-called hyperactivity. You take the dyes out of the food, you watch hyperactivity drop dramatically, especially red dye 40. Look on it. If your kid is eating that and you think he's hyperactive, eliminate that and watch what starts to happen to your kid. Okay? Huge difference. Huge, huge difference. Let's start changing how we see things, how we heal our bodies, and how we get back. Have yourself a blessed day. God bless you.